A lot more casual now, definitely, as you said, feels that finish line drawing him in. And why not get some more fluids? You want to make sure you're strong at the finish and, ready for a good post-race interview. You got to make sure the mouth's not too dry. You got to make sure you can talk eloquently, as he always does. But, man, great performance from him start to finish. Again, I can't stress enough. So much the age groupers and any of us can learn from Jan Frodeno. A bunch of small little things that went wrong, a couple big things that went wrong, where a lot of athletes could have let that dictate how their day went, and would have been that, oh man, this is a social media excuse for Monday, I'll just put it in my pocket and mail it in and DNF. But he did a great job, pushed through it, knows that everybody has adversity in their races, and as a true champion, he put it on the line, and he's going to come out on top. And I think after this race, he's also going to say that he didn't feel that good all day. I mean, it didn't look like he had the feels, as we call them, on the early parts of this run.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. He's going to, well, he'll give us everything. He's also very honest.
He really is.
Athlete. He does have that fun gamesmanship on the race course, but he's also very direct. He's going to give it to you straight. You ask him a question, he'll give you an answer that is just really about what you want to know. Nice little fist bump, and yeah, that's why he wanted the water. He's got to get that smile. He is ecstatic, and why wouldn't he be? He is finally. It's kind of wipe off obviously a very good September, winning the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in fine form over Alistair Brownlee and Javier Gomez.
Yeah.
One of the best races still to this date in triathlon. But he did that in September, and then it was pretty much downhill October, November, December, January. Just a lot of dark times for him to come back from the sacral stress fracture that he suffered. So from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, now just months of preparing and building himself up, he is back, and he's going to win this race again and crown himself the Minova Ironman European champion for the third time. Jan Frodeno, this is exceptional stuff, man.
It really is, and I don't think I've ever seen him smile this much during a race. I mean, the whole last kilometer, now he's having a snack, so he's got to let the smile subside for a little bit, but he's stoked. I mean, he's usually a pretty reserved guy, especially when he's racing. It's all about business, but kind of a hometown race. You know, the European Championships is a big deal for him, as some spectators try to get out of the way, because he's coming quick, everybody. Watch out. But Jan Frodeno having a fantastic race, 41.2 kilometers, and he can smell that finish line, no doubt.
That's right, and we can hear it. We can hear the people starting to get louder and louder on the sidelines here of this event. You can look over and see we're back over in the transition area. There's going to be, again, this hard right. He'll get onto the carpet, and that storied finish line of the Roma-Platz here in Frankfurt will bring him home. Thousands and thousands of spectators are going to be here all day, and we've got that energy. There's our first announcer giving a little love, letting everyone know he's coming. And there's the right turn everybody makes, and then there's going to be a split, Matt, where athletes that have to keep running have to hang a little left, but Jan Frodeno, for the third time, is coming home the Minova Ironman European champion. In 2019, he's done so in style well under 8 hours off the course record he set back in 2015. But Jan Frodeno, we can happily say he is the Ironman European champion, taking it home for Germany. And we're going to take it on down there and hear a little bit of this awesome action. Look at that crowd, Matt. This is what it's all about. Let's bring it home for Jan Frodeno.
You're not wrong, Michael. This finish line is one for the ages for sure. And look at it, a day that was not easy from start to finish. He made it look easy at times, but there he is, your Ironman European champion, Jan Frodeno.
Signature finish pose for Jan before hitting the deck for a well-deserved rest. Someone there with some sponges. Easy to cool off the engine, his race car. But just look at that entire Roma Platz filled to the brim, and quickly stopping the watch to say, hey, what did I do? You did a 2:43.57 for a total time of 7 hours, 56 minutes and 2 seconds. I'd say that's a victory. You took home a Kona slot by validating and winning this race. You got a whole chunk of cash in your pocket, and better than all that, you proved to yourself that you're back on top of the Ironman world. So Jan Frodeno representing Germany, the German race champion.
And turns out he's pretty thirsty after that, getting that down. Excited to see him welcome his competitor and friend and someone he owes dinner or lunch to, Sebastian Kienle, across the finish line. Sebi had a great race as well. I mean, in this heat, it's almost 100 degrees now at this point. To run a 2:43 off of that bike ride with a total finish time of 7:56 with an elongated bike and a non-wetsuit swim is pretty phenomenal. Does it look like he worked hard?
And he's up. So now is the time to savor it. Walk right back out. You stop the clock and let your crowd know how much you appreciate them. They sure appreciate you. We all have. What a great show. He was only out of the lead for a couple minutes. So pretty spectacular. And that was in the middle of the race, middle of the run, where he gave up the lead for a brief moment to Sebastian Kienle. But he is back on top the third time, as we said, that he's won here, and his two beautiful children and his wife there waiting at the finish line. Emma Snowsill, also Olympic champion from that same year back in 2008. So these two have certainly made fast children. If they want to be, they've got the genetic pathway to that. But pretty awesome. This is, again, what Ironman is all about, celebrating at the finish line with your Ironman family and your family, just really soaking it up. He said, could I please sit down? I'm sure you'll find me here resting.
Just going to find some shade and hang out for a little bit. I don't blame him. It's been a long, long, hot day. And again, you know, it was a battle at the end, but he was aggressive, and he took it out from the very beginning. I mean, remember, our jaws were literally dropped watching him swim away with that first 1,500 meters. And here we go, looking great. It looks like he's actually found a little bit of a second wind the last 5 to 10 kilometers. He says a thank you to his second place cyclist that was with him most of the day to make sure he stayed on course. And everybody knew that he was in second place, and he's on to that, as you said, one of the most famous finish chutes in triathlon, and you can certainly tell why. He's going to get a big, big cheer from this crowd, this German crowd, and most certainly a big hug from his competitor and buddy, Jan Frodeno, when he crosses up that line.
And lunch tomorrow. But this is it. Sebastian Kienle, a former winner of this great race, twice over, and also a former Ironman world champion. Sebastian Kienle, an incredible record, and another athlete we're happy to see after a year of troubled times is back right on second step of the podium where he belongs. But today, Germany takes the second step, and Sebastian Kienle is your guy. He wants to get up, but he's not capable of getting up to it. Congratulate, accept that. So nice little leap across the line.
He was trying to get under 8 hours, 8:01. 8:0001.
Just a little shy.
Man, Frodeno looks really, really tired, and it turns out that happens after an Ironman. But often we see these guys look like they haven't done much, and it's certainly he was pushed to the limit with the heat. There we go.
How hot was it? It was that hot. Now that's for real. That is an urgency. And there's his wife. She's there with him every step of the way. A champion runner in her own right in her day. But she is a great team. Is a great duo. But that is it right there, folks. That's what it feels like racing in these kind of temperatures. Yeah. He is in distress. Same as Frodeno, who's been finished for about 4 minutes now. He's gone right to the ice bucket. Yes, the sponges, but please, more of the cold water. His entire head submerged. And then please give me more. So this is an incredible feat to go and move your body this fast.
Absolutely. And talking about fast, sometimes we look at an athlete that was beaten and we don't think maybe it was that impressive, but a 49-minute swim, a 4:17 bike ride, that's a long bike ride by 5 kilometers, and then a 2:47 run. That is a phenomenal run for someone that we often look to as an uber cyclist.
Yes.
And he had a gaping hole in his heel the entire time, right?
And 5.5 minutes of transition too to still get that 8-hour time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Exceptional. And neither one right now. Both of them are just very focused on recovery.
Yeah.
Just bring the core temperature down best I can. You're exactly right.
Oh, man.
This is how you expect the season will look. I think at the finish line is a lot of pain. First aid medical treatment is there. He's got that we call it the runner cough. He's got that post-race cough that's coming out and just trying to ease the pain.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost survival out there. When you're pushing to that effort in these conditions, you push your body past something that you would, in a normal state, allow it to go to, right? So when it all settles down and you can realize what pain you're in, it all kind of comes tumbling down on you. And you're going to see these two athletes interact after that amazing battle.
Jan still too exhausted to stand up, which is a true sign that he drained the tank there at the finish line if you didn't have enough